Hello and welcome to the Part-Time Gamers, the gaming podcast for people with full-time lives. I'm Cyrax, clocking in with my good friend, 9 of 12.
I'm September.
Yeah, it's been a bit. Yeah, just between
Rusty.
a lot of things happening, work picking up last month. It still hasn't really slowed down, but it's normalized more or less. And then Nerdtacular last week, and yeah, it's been a bit. But we are
So
back.
much.
we have not pod faded. We are still here. Yeah, and I'm tired. All right. Anyways, yeah, we're back. Oh,
Whee!
yeah. So we were talking a little bit about Nerdtacular in the pre-show and how much I apparently missed. I'm really hoping to be able to, whatever event is next. We were able to get rid of one of the reasons why I wasn't able to go this year is because we were able to wipe out a pretty big source of debt. But that took a lot of our tax return this year. I'm hoping next year that since we don't have that debt anymore, I'll be able to hopefully use a little bit of our tax return to go to an event, Frog Pants community event, and be able to actually like fist bump or hug people I've been talking with for years now. I still have yet to meet in person.
Like me.
Yes, yeah, like you. And it's like, there's people who live relatively close by that I still have not met in person. Like TV's Travis, although he lives on the basically almost opposite side of the state. I'm in
Still.
southeastern Lower Michigan. He's in northwestern Lower Michigan. So
I'm saving up to host another Southeast event.
yeah.
I know that doesn't really help you, but I'm working on it.
The nice thing is, like, if we do an Eastern event, like, might be able to get away with not having to fly. I might be able to just road trip it out there. Oh, and it might even be
That'd
like
be
incentive,
cool.
like, hey, Travis, how about you stop by my place and we carpool?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That'd be awesome.
And then like we get there and
next weekend. Next weekend. I'm driving to South Carolina to see Bobby Frankenberger and Brian Dunaway.
Nice.
Well, Bobby and his wife are going through something, and so I'm taking them casseroles.
Yeah.
And I have a cool old retro gadget I want to give to Dunaway, so I'm making a road trip of it.
Nice.
All by myself, like a friggin' weirdo. And I just saw them.
Yeah. Yeah, that reminds me of, we have maybe a little bit more planning on Part-Time Adventurers. I think Bobby and Maura are on next on the list. I forgot to mention that. Anyways, yeah. And yeah, we're still doing planning on Part-Time Adventurers. We're still in between seasons, and just trying to figure out who our next guests are going to be. I mean, we got a list, and we're just going down it, seeing who's available. But yeah, we'll be working on that too, and be looking forward to continuing on with some more of Wildermyth. I got ideas. It's just a matter of like how dedicated to them I can be. Like maybe a video and TV podcast. I have floating around in my head. I might try to actually organize at some point when I can brain good enough.
Shit, that reminds me. Tom said I was invited to be on Cord Killers. I don't know.
Oh, really?
6 or 7 years ago, when Jackie Hearn was still doing their booking, and it never happened. And right before Nerdtacular, I was in chat for Cord Killers. I was like, I was supposed to be on this show. Never happened. Tom's like, well, we have to fix that. And then I forgot to bring it up at Nerdtacular. Self
Whoops.
promotion is hard.
Uh,
But hopefully that happens.
yeah.
So if I'm gonna be part of, well, even if I'm not gonna be part of your new
Yeah.
show with TV and stuff,
Yeah.
I'll be able to promote it in a place that already does that.
Yeah.
If I get on there.
Yeah. It's still in the idea phase.
Still cooking.
Yeah. I mean, I got ideas. I mean, it's not going to be particularly elaborate, but tentatively what I have it called is main screen media. Which normally when I watch movies or TV shows, like this all started with this discussion of Andor and how I watched the first season. I've watched like maybe the first 3 episodes of the second season, and I'm completely bored with it. Uh, but everyone else keeps raving about how good it is, how the intrigue is, is so interesting and everything. As like, ugh, random bug in my face. But the reason why is because I watch most things that I watch second screen. So I have, for people who aren't aware, I have 4 screens now. Uh, because my ADHD will not allow me to have anything fewer. In fact, I want more screens, which probably isn't good, but it is what it is. So like I'll usually like play my games and stuff on my main screen. I'll have like a movie or TV show or something like that on my second screen. Um, and I did that with Andor. I thought it was I probably missed a lot of the intrigue and like a lot of the details, which is probably one of the reasons why I was bored by it.
Yeah, because
Uh
it's really
yeah,
complicated plot wise, which I
yeah,
love.
yeah. So the whole idea behind main screen media is to focus on a TV show or movie or whatever, probably primarily TV shows, uh, and really like dig into the plot, really try to pay attention to what's going on, and just go like episode by episode, uh, throughout a
So
series.
you're
Series,
trying to defeat what ADHD does
pretty
to
much,
TV shows for you by creating content that will make you absorb it more thoroughly.
more or less.
Love
Uh,
it.
so like
Although
I'm
main screen for me immediately goes to video games, but
yeah.
I like your idea and it's easy to explain at the top of the show because I go to main screen turn on and that whole
Yep, I've
meme.
been already thinking about a sound clip for the for the intro using that. But I mean, it's still kind of in the planning phase. Uh, I really I need someone to just kick me in the ass and actually get out of the planning phase and actually do it because I do think it is a decent idea. It's not new, but it could work. Oh, so yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
But that is neither here nor there. We do have a game to talk about though. So let's go ahead and get to work.
Morning break is over. Morning break is over.
All right. So our theme for this week and next week, it originally was the month, and then things happened. But we're going to be talking about games within games. And the way we're defining this is it's a game mode that is different than what you would normally consider the normal mode. So the game that we're going to be talking about today is arguably one of my favorite first-person shooters of all time. We're going to be talking about Titanfall 2. Specifically, we're going to be talking about Frontier Defense. Uh, so this is developed by Respawn, published by EA. It's $30, $29.99 on Xbox, PlayStation, and Windows via Steam, but it also is available on Game Pass. Uh, it unfortunately opens up the EA launcher, which, you know, whatever, one extra step, but it is available on Game Pass. So for those who are unaware of Titanfall 2, because I'm surprised we actually have not talked about just regular Titanfall 2 on the show yet. Uh, this game is arguably one of the it is an amazing first person shooter. Uh, it came out, I believe, in 2017. So it's getting up there in age, but it is still arguably is still widely considered to be one of the best first person shooters out there. The combat is very clean. It's very mobile. You have wall running. You have double jumps. You have all kinds of different kinds of weapons that you can customize for each of your for
Max.
different
It's about
classes.
Max.
What's that?
Up front, it's not just an FPS. It's Max. Like
That yes, that is true too.
it is key
So
feature for anybody who just
yeah,
doesn't know this game like I did not.
yeah. So in addition to all of the like kind of typical first person shooter elements, you get mechs, you get titans, which those also add a lot of variety because there's 7 different kinds of mechs, kinds of titans you can choose from, and each of them function completely differently. And then even within those individual ones, you can have um, different add-ons, different mods for them to make them function a little bit differently than other versions of the same Titan. My personal favorite is the Tone. I love that Titan. Uh, I mean, I know that doesn't really mean much to anyone just saying, the name of it, but if you watch,
Why?
yeah. So to give a little bit of context, the Tone is a Titan that has I like strong semi-automatic weaponry in first-person shooters and such. So I like kind of DMR style, maybe a little bit faster, like a little bit longer range, accurate rifles. And that's basically the basic weapon of the Tone. Is it has this very powerful single shot semi-automatic rifle. But the gameplay loop of the Tone I think is interesting because you are trying to get partial lock-ons on targets. So you hit the target with your rifle, it puts a third of a lock on. There's another ability you can get that can put another third of a lock on. And once you get 3 lock-ons, you can launch these rockets at your target. And they'll track onto the target and everything like that. And what's unique about that specifically is if you have multiple targets with full lock-ons, it will launch the same number of rockets to every single target that you have locked on. So I think I've gotten up to like 6 or so targets locked on all at once, and to just see the stream of rockets come out of the pod is very satisfying because it's just ridiculous rockets going everywhere. Which is
Heard.
oh, it's so satisfying. Um, so and like in the gameplay that I'm showing right now, I just got my Titan. This one is the Legion, which is one of it's considered a tank Titan. More defensive. It's got a giant like Gatling gun that it uses for its main weapon. It actually has a close range and a long range setting for it, and which it changes one of the other abilities it gets. Uh, and it has like a giant shield that deploys on the gun in front of the gun itself and everything. It's really the gameplay between is like both aspects, both sides of that spectrum of gameplay, whether you're playing as the pilot or playing as the Titans, is just very tight. It's very satisfying gameplay. Um, it's
About
very
how long does it take into the game before you're getting your Titan?
well, specifically in Frontier Defense, well, to explain a little bit of Frontier Defense, since we're going into that, there are 5 waves. So the big difference between typical Titanfall, where it's usually PvP, they do have a campaign mode, which is a fantastic story, fits really well. Titanfall Frontier Defense is a PvE co-op wave shooter. So that's one of the reasons I really like it. It still is incredibly satisfying to play because it is that cooperative element. Teams of 4 pilots are trying to defend a harvester from 5 waves of enemies. And so it's just the 5 waves. Some of the reasons why it's really good for part-time gaming You can get through, like, I was averaging about half an hour per match, uh, which is pretty quick. Uh, but so when you get into the match, the first wave is always as a pilot. So it's usually they don't usually throw enemy titans at you that much in the first wave, but it's it kind of gets your feet wet and gets you going as the pilot. Once you get to the second wave, once the second wave begins, you automatically get your titan available, regardless of what you charged up, because normally you have to actually charge up the ability to get your titan. In this, once the second wave starts, you automatically get it charged up. Can get access to your titan. After that, if your titan is destroyed, then you have to charge it back up again in order to get access to it. So you're gonna have a little bit of time as a pilot, trying to stay alive and try to get some damage to charge up your titan again before you can use it. So that is it's again just like both aspects of it, the pilot and the titans, they feel different, obviously, but they're both satisfying in different ways. So with the titan, or with the as a pilot, you're obviously much more mobile. You can jump on top of the buildings, you can wall run, you can do what's called rodeoing. So you can rodeo on top of a titan, uh, which allows you to, like, there's options that you can get in there where you can sabotage the titans that you go on to. So it's like you can pull out the battery of the titan, put on a sabotaged battery, and like take out their shields or do a bunch of damage to them. So you can still have options as a pilot against titans other than just trying to shoot at them. Um, but then the titan gameplay is just, that's probably still my favorite gameplay throughout the game, is the titan gameplay, because you have a lot of variety with the titans themselves that you can play with. In Frontier Defense, the titans that you face are a little bit more specialized than just a regular, like in a little bit more specialized than it would be in PvP. Like, you'll have mortar titans, which are titans that will specifically stay on the outskirts of the map and just lob mortars out onto the harvester. So it's like, okay, you have to make sure you go out to the edge of the map in order to take them out. Otherwise, they're going to take out your harvester. There's uh, titans that are based on the Ronin frame, which is very lightweight, very fast, has this like just perpetual field of electricity around it. So as soon as you get close to it, you're going to be taking damage from that. But it's lightly armored. So if you can hit it with some sustained fire, it's going to go down. There's a lot of variety to it. There's like nuke titans, which are just heavily armored, heavily shielded, uh, and once they go into what's called a doomed state. So you have your shield, you have your health. Once all of those are gone, you'll go into what like a kind of a final health bar that's called a doomed state. Uh, Once that doomed state is gone, that's when the Titan's destroyed. Um, with nuke Titans, once they get into that doomed state, they explode. They're just like giant kamikaze Titans. So you have to consider that, because you don't want to be close to them. Otherwise, your Titan will be destroyed. So there's a lot of there is crossover, obviously, between this and just the regular PvE modes or the campaign mode, with a lot of how the Titans function. But one of the reasons why this specifically I consider to be a game within a game, uh, is because not only is it just the base gameplay is cooperative, it's a wave shooter, there is a completely separate progression system for this mode that you don't get in any of the other modes. So in Frontier Defense, you have what are called Aegis levels, and I think there's like 24 of them, something like that. Normally in PvP mode, you get in your Titans, they're all basically the same. They don't really have, like, you can change the mods, but those mods are accessible to everyone. So it because of course it has to be kind of fair. In
Mhm.
this, since you're playing against the game itself, you can get a little crazy. So you get these Aegis levels, which give you upgrades that make your Titan more powerful, and just much more interesting to play. Like some of the basic ones are like a lot of them have like, oh, it doubles your shield capacity. Oh, like it increases your health. Like the tone gets one where um like it increases the amount of rockets that it fires, or it like one of the first ones, it gives its rifle a little bit of an area effect. So you can actually use it more to you can use it to get lock-ons on multiple targets at the same time, uh, which can be very helpful. Or like I think there's well, actually I think that's a base upgrade, never mind. But yeah, you can get like I think 7 different, once you level up these Titans and with the Aegis levels, you get like 7 additional upgrades that can make the Titans ridiculously powerful. Like with the Legion, I have to still have to get the last one, but they have like specific Titan upgrades that is accessible by anyone using that frame. And like with the Legion, it's like doubles the ammo capacity of his weapon. It makes it like his shield can take more damage. It's like
Hmm.
5 different, I think between 5 or 6, maybe 7 different upgrades you can get in with the Legion mods. His last upgrade when in Aegis levels is he just gets access to all of them. Just doesn't even have to equip any of them. Just like he just gets access to all of them. It's great. And like combining all of
Okay.
those together is ridiculous. Uh, I still have to get to that. Oh, this is one thing I forgot. That's really cool about the like kind of the cinematic nature of this game as well. There you can do executions. Uh, and like once you get an enemy into that doomed state, if you melee attack them, you'll do an execution as a Titan, and each Titan has different executions, and they're all like really cinematic and cool looking. Like the Legion will basically just ram his gun into the belly of the Titan and lift it up, and then just fire through it. Uh,
Hmm.
um, it's pretty interesting. Like, and yeah, just the strategy with the different Titans is really interesting. Especially one of the later ones, I think they upgraded or they brought in later was the Monarch. Um, that one's interesting because it can actually legitimately be used as a support. Like you can put an upgrade on it so that you can one of its abilities can actually be used to give someone else shields. Uh, and it's like it can be really good for support. Uh, but that is kind of the primary reason why I consider this to be a game within a game, because it has that separate progression system. And I'm honestly just kind of a sucker for wave shooters. uh, this is arguably one of my favorite uh, first person shooters. First of all, first person shooter in general and mode to play. uh, it's I love it. It gives me a lot of memories of like old school Gears of War 3 horde mode. Uh, I, I'm a sucker for wave shooters, so accept whatever
What's
bias
the
there is. But
pick up and put down, like, progression wise?
what's that?
For progressing and feeling like you
Yeah.
did something, what's the part-time gamer take on it? Like,
Well, like I said, a single match of this it can take about
yeah.
half an hour. Uh, and like
Okay.
like maybe 2 to 3 matches, you can get another level in one of your Titans. I mean, you're
All
still
right.
getting with the Aegis levels, you're still getting progression in that, but you're also still getting just levels on your Titan. So there's like just the regular leveling up for your pilot and your Titan as well, which that also unlocks different weapons and uh, s- and
Yeah,
color
yeah.
schemes and stuff
Unlocks
like
always
that.
feel good.
Yeah, I mean, and basically almost every match you're unlocking something. Uh, I mean, even if it's because there's only like 7 upgrades for the Aegis levels, but there's like I think 24 levels. All of those intermediary levels between the upgrades, you're unlocking what are called, I believe, what's it called? Like advocate packages or something like that. And those are just unlocks that are just like it's like a kind of a loot box type thing where you can unlock a new color scheme for a weapon or the Titan or anything like that. Um, and then like you also have just by leveling up the normal way, you can unlock new weapons and stuff like that. One thing that I like is the fact that even though you can level up and unlock weapons and upgrades and stuff like that normally through the gameplay, if you use the in-game credits to buy you can buy a weapon early or buy an upgrade early before you would normally be able to get to it. Once you do it that way,
Okay.
once you unlock it with credits, it's unlocked permanently. Oh, because there is a generation system to this. So like once you get I think to like level 50 or so, you can regenerate and start over, and that does reset your progression for that character. But like I said, if you buy the weapon with credits, it's permanently unlocked regardless of that. Which I think is a really good way of doing it. So it's like, okay, I really like this weapon, so I want to make sure that I have access to that. Like there's one weapon I
Yeah.
have that I bought it with the credits, so that way I'll always have it. So as soon if I do regenerate, I can still have access to it. Um, it's really satisfying to have that. Um, but yeah, uh, just overall, I think this I think is a criminally underrated or overlooked game in general. Um,
I feel like it didn't do very well when it came out, right?
yeah, because I think it came out the same week as like a Call of Duty or something like that, and just kind of
Oh,
got forgotten. Uh, which sucks because like even now, like there's actually a very interesting story behind Titanfall 2. For the longest time, the multiplayer was unplayable for like about 2 years. It's like the multiplayer was just completely unplayable because it was DDoSed to death.
oh, jeez.
Yeah, like someone like I think the story goes like it was traced back to one of the players or anything like that who whatever and like hacked the official servers, just
I
completely
can't do we
hacked the
have nice
servers.
things?
Yeah, into complete oblivion. And they were broken. The servers were broken for like close to 2 years. Uh,
Damn.
I think it was in 2000. I think it was 2023. Was the last time they had like a major update to the game,
Hmm.
and it fixed the official servers. Uh, and even now, as like I said, this game came out in 2017. So like 9
Hmm.
years later, there's still a pretty healthy community playing. Like when I was like the footage I'm showing right now on stream is actually one of my streams from a couple weeks ago, and it's it took me like less than 2 minutes to get into a match. Uh, it's still pretty consistently like I mean, it's not going to break any records, but it's still like you can get a consistent like 1,000 to 2,000 people playing at any given time. Oh,
Oh, awesome.
yeah. So it's still got a dedicated community to it. Uh, and it's definitely the one of the reasons why I don't play PvP is because of that very dedicated community has been playing it basically nonstop. And it's like I would not be able to compete with the ability to move because the movement in this is like imagine uh imagine if you took the like movement of Tony Hawk and gave it all of the meth. That's basically what
Wow.
the movement in this is. It's like because like one of the little elements that they don't they'll tell you in like some of the tutorials, you actually move faster if you wall run than you do like just running on the ground. So there's people
Uh-huh.
who are like that never touch the ground and are just like it's yeah, I would not be able to compete with people in PvP, which is why I like the PvE modes in general. But I mean, yeah, this game is criminally underrated and just overlooked. Uh it is still some of the tightest, most satisfying shooting gameplay I have experienced. Uh and I again they got all the PvP modes. They got, you can do pilot on pilot, you can do only Titans, you can do the one of the most common or like most played, I think, PvP modes. It's called attrition. Uh which is it's interesting because it's if I did play any of the PvP modes, it would be attrition because there is a little bit of a PvE element to it because
Mm.
it's all point based. So
Okay.
it's not just oh get X
So you have
number of
goals.
kills. Yeah, it's like
Right.
okay, they have like basically it's almost like a MOBA where it's like they'll have mobs on the map and it's like killing the mobs still gets you points for your faction, for your side. Uh so like if you like I would be the kind of person that's like I would try to avoid as many players as possible and just go for all the NPCs and just try to stay alive. That's a completely valid strategy in that mode, which is what I like. Um,
Excellent.
but yeah, and then they got a bunch of the other, gameplay styles for PvP. Uh, but again, I'm a sucker for wave shooters. I really enjoy frontier defense. Um, I love, yeah. I don't. There's not much else I can say about it. I love it. Uh, I was actually kind of uh like despite not having a show for the last couple weeks, I'm glad that it gave me a reason to play this again because I I forgot how much I love this game mode. Um,
Nice.
so yeah, so yeah, definitely
Not so much
highly
my thing, so I watched you play.
yeah.
I would be so terrible at this, it would give
Yeah
me pain and anger.
yeah.
So,
I mean, and it's if you're not a fan of first person shooters, that this isn't going to change you. So I mean, but I am a fan of first person shooters, and
yeah. Like,
so
the occasional horror one,
yeah.
I've enjoyed, but I'm too old. I'm too old. It's so
Uh,
fast, I'm old.
yeah, but there's just this, especially this game mode, it just opens up so many cinematic moments and just like the camaraderie that you can feel with your allies. That's one of the reasons why I like PvE modes in general. I
Hmm.
like co-op. Uh, I know there's a lot of people out there who get a thrill from being able to best a strong enemy and everything like that, but I get more of that thrill from being able to cooperate with allies. And this definitely gives that. Uh, all right. But yeah, I don't think there's much else I can say about it. It's just like I said, it's almost it is very frequently on sale. Like I think when I got like I think I got this on when it was still in the EA store years ago, and then I got it again on sale on Steam. And I think when I got it on Steam, it was like less than $5, something like that. It is very frequently on sale, and like I said,
Right on.
it's available on Game Pass. At least Game Pass PC. I don't know if it's on console. Uh, I
Mm.
did not check on that, but yeah. So I mean, yeah, it's a very very satisfying game to play if you are a fan of first person shooters. Um, but yeah,
And Max.
yeah. Oh man, the Titans, and like even just like getting into the Titan, I love how like when you're in the Titan, it still has the full screen, but like it'll like when you get in there, it like shows the screens kind of slotting into place and showing you the exterior and everything. It's just the story mode in this is fantastic as well. I highly recommend it. It is one of the best campaign modes in a first person shooter. Very satisfying. It's, I just want to bring this game to people's attention in general because I want more people to play it because it is that good. Well, yeah. All right. But I think we've covered most of that. And I didn't bother putting in a discussion topic to talk about because there's been a lot. There's been like 3 or 4 different game showcases in the last month.
And GTA 6 is actually a thing now. I guess there's leaks about the price, and then that was a lie, and no one knows what it's going to cost. But there's enough like cover art and stuff that it actually exists, which is kind of funny because I just came from an event where it took so many years to have another one. They kind of they stylized their whole thing around the mythical GTA 6 at this point.
I mean, I watched the Summer Games Fest. Actually, for the sake of
I meant to catch that and only caught a little bit of it.
Sorry, I just played the bumper for the sake of having the bumper.
Okay.
Oh, I only watched the Summer Games Fest. I didn't really watch a whole lot of the other stuff. I have a personal vendetta against PlayStation. Because they're actually, I take that back. I did actually watch the PlayStation. Let me rephrase that. I watched Scott Johnson's coverage and commentary of the PlayStation 1. And it had some interesting games in it that I will never play. Because I'm not going to buy a PlayStation. But like
one of my sons is thinking about buying a PlayStation, like an older one.
I mean, more power to you, but I'm personally of the mindset is like I spent, $1,500 on this PC. I mean, yes, it's more than a console, but I can also do a whole lot more with it. And the games I play on it are going to just look better. And I can mod them and, all these other benefits. So it's like, I'm not going to, literally the only console that I'm actually considering trying to get at some point is a Switch 2. And the reason behind that is so I can play games upstairs with my kids.
Yeah. Man, I have hardly used our Switch 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. I played a little bit of Bonanza. I haven't even played the Pokemon game yet that my son and I bought together. Yeah. Well, I of course getting back into Deep Rock Survivors and Vampire and the new Vampire Crawlers on the Xbox isn't helping me switch over to the Switch.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of game time, and so when they've got a couple of addictive ones plus stuff for this show, that it's all used up. Yeah. I bought something we covered. Was it Dredge or is it Cookie? One of the fishing ones went on sale. I got all excited. I bought it. I haven't played though.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Dredge is on Game Pass now as well.
Yeah, I think I saw that. I gotta.
Oh, and I think during one of the showcases, they showed a DLC for Dave the Diver. So there's like I said, I watched
so many games, so little time.
Oh, but if there's like the Summer Game Fest, most of the games were either like we already knew about. There wasn't really anything new about them. They didn't really have a whole lot of new games to show, but like they started strong and they ended strong on the Games Fest. They started with the remake of Resident Evil Veronica, which is like the remake of Code Veronica, which apparently is very well regarded and kind of not beheld, held in high regard, I guess. And they ended with Final Fantasy VII Revelation, which is the third part of the remake trilogy, and I am incredibly excited about that. There has been a lot of discussion on Discord about now that we have the final game coming next year, which is another thing that's crazy to think about, is it's going to be coming out next year, and it's going to be coming out on everything day one, which is not what's happened with the previous two installments. That's going to be one of the few games that I'll pay full price for when it comes out. I have thoroughly enjoyed the first two installments, Remake and Rebirth, and yeah, I've just been really looking forward to it. And they're adding even more elements to it, where like they're adding, I think they showcased a pseudo job system, where like you can have, it's based on the whatever attire they're wearing. Like they showcased Tifa wearing a white mage outfit and being able to cast spells and stuff like that. Actually, I think it was a black mage outfit, but it was white colored. But it was, I don't know, whatever. But it looks really good. And I'm interested in seeing how the story ends. See how, if it's going to be a true remake, or if it's going to be kind of a pseudo sequel to Final Fantasy VII. Because it can go. They've been alluding to kind of both. But that's another thing I've seriously been considering doing, is Final Fantasy Fridays, where I go back through the Rebirth and Remake in preparation for Revelation. I've been considering that, but it also ties in a lot with if I have to work on Saturdays. So,
yeah.
But that's probably, of all the games that I saw, from all the different showcases, that's probably the one I'm most excited about. Although, was it Zero Company and Star Wars Galactic Racer are also pretty high up on the list too. It's look really good.
Cool.
Yeah, there's been a lot of showcases out lately. A lot of games out there, and then Microsoft kind of crapped the bed a little bit, because they did this showcase, and then like the 2 weeks later, it's like, oh yeah, a bunch of the studios that we just are making games that we just showcased, yeah, we're either going to close them out or try to sell them. Yeah, real good look. Yeah. Xbox is just, it's weird right now. Which again doesn't really affect me. I don't have a console. The last console, like other than the Switch Lite I have currently, the last console I had was an Xbox 360, and that was like 14 years ago.
My Xbox and Game Pass are most of my gaming.
Yeah.
Truth be told, most of my gaming on my desktop is with you.
Yeah.
Especially in the summer, because it's hot up here now that I had to move back up to the the landing.
Yeah. But
let me get rid of these kids.
Yeah, I don't have a list of articles or anything like that. I forgot to put that in the show notes. I'm a little bit
That's fine.
But yeah, just to suffice to say, there's been a lot of game announcements and such for the summer,
and a lot of people covering it. So
yeah. Supposedly, like I heard rumors that like the Steam summer sale is supposed to be starting like in less than a week, so we'll have that to look forward to as well. But that's pretty much all we got for our episode today. So everyone, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. However you enjoy participating in the show. We appreciate it. Join us next week for our discussion of something I'm surprised we haven't talked about, considering how much it's on my channel. We're going to be talking about Wildermyth Omen Road, which is another thing that I consider to be a game within a game, because it is very, very different from the baseline campaigns. If you have not watched the stream, we've been going through a lot of Omen Road runs Monday nights. We have like co-op Mondays. We've been doing a lot of Omen Road. It is very satisfying. It is basically it's almost XCOM like it's the tactical elements and everything. So it's really satisfying. It's definitely game within a game when it comes to Wildermyth. We're going to be talking about that next week. And really looking forward to that. But everyone, thank you for listening. If you like what you've heard and you'd like to help us out, a few ways you can do that are by giving us a review over on Apple Podcast. You can follow my Twitch and YouTube channels for our live recordings Sunday nights starting at 9:15 Eastern Time. VOD on YouTube shortly after that. And or you can leave us a tip over on our Ko-fi. If you'd like to contact us, you can with our email, parttimegamers.cast@gmail.com, or you can join our Discord channel. That's the most direct way of contacting us. I'm on there pretty much every day. So if you just at me on there, I'll probably see it. You can find the show and links to everything around it using the link bit.ly/CI Productions. Ember, where can people find your work around the internet?
Well, the easiest thing to do is go to 9of12.com. That's NINEOF12.com, and that'll point you to my projects.
Cool. And you can find Theo somewhere on the internet. His stuff has been kind of up in the air. Usually you can find him here. Today's Father's Day.
Bounces and bounces and bounces around, just like Theo.
Yep. I mean, today's Father's Day, and his kids decided to do something for him, so that's why he's not here today. Yeah. But everyone, until next time, we are the Part-Time Gamers clocking out. Hold on. I'm getting handed something by my daughter. Sorry. What are we doing? Oh, yeah. Outro.
Clocking out.
Yep, clocking out. Bye.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.